Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and we are going to turn this plate into a tray for Santa. So we're going to use our Cricut today, and let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to open up my Cricut design space, and I chose a shape because I am doing a plate, and I know my plate has a 6.5-inch base. So I'm going to take that circle and I'm going to use it as a template to start. So I'm going to put that at about a 6.25. That way I know if I can work and fit everything within that space, it's going to go ahead and work for me. So I am going to be using some vinyl SVGs that I have uploaded from Design Bundles. This is not a sponsored video in any way, although if they'd like to sponsor me, I'd be open to it. But if you use SVG cuts, definitely check them out because every Friday they put out like free Friday cuts. And so it was really cool. So this one I purchased and it was called Santa's Tray. And so you can just make so many. There were different cookies. I'm using a chocolate chip cookie with a bunch of cookies on it. But there was one chocolate chip cookie. There was a peanut butter cookie, frosted cookies, all kinds of stuff. And there's also some carrots. I ended up with this carrot. They had some other little SVG carrots as well, but I just thought this one was adorable. So next, I wanted to grab that arrow. I also had a choice of arrows. But now I'm just resizing them down because they were so big, which is great. And I'm seeing that's not going to all fit. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and you just resize them however you'd like. You could use the numbers up there, or you can just grab the corner and make it as big or as small as you'd like. So I am definitely a fan of the cookies. Wanted to make that my real focal point. So I made the carrot a bit smaller. And now I'm just moving it around because I'm going to want some wording as well. Now they already do have some wording, but I thought I would just use, a font that I have and create my own wording. So I'm going to move that arrow down a little bit, and I'm just going to turn it so that it's facing the carrot, and then I'm going to put some wording under it. So I open up a text box, and I text my way through it. I know that I'm going to have cookies for Santa on top, and then I want to put on the bottom, and a treat for Rudolph. So I thought the ampersand would be really cute. And then I changed that, and I'm going to use the word and. So just make sure you get all your wording the way that you want it, the fonts that you want it. I don't know what I'm trying to spell there. Okay, we've got the treat, but I didn't want it capitalized. Okay, we made it. So we've got our treat for Rudolph, and that's not going to fit on there, but it will if I curve it. So I'm going to go to the curvature, and I'm going to curve that around. That is another reason to have that circle background there, and we'll delete that after it's all done. But that's going to help me with my placement and my curvature. So you can see that's not going to fit on there rather nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more. Oh, too much. Little bit. And then I'm going to move that around here and there. That's still not fitting the way I want it. So I'm going to go back and curve it a little bit more. And that is looking pretty good there. Yeah. So I'm just going to move that around, get that about placed. Now remember, I do have a 1/4 inch that I could work with. So even though I have it right placed right at the bottom, it's going to leave a little bit of room on my plate. So now I'm trying to just situate everything the way that I want it. I do know that I still need the wording for the cookies for Santa. So I need to make space there. but I still want this to be really cute. So I'm going to go ahead and play with that. What are we doing here? Oh, I wanted to show you that you could flip it around. Now I'm just teaching you there. You can use the flip, maybe put it that way. No, I didn't like that. So I'm going to flip it back, and it'll work. So I said, okay, well, there we go. We're going to put that, there we go. Much better. Okay, so we've got that part. Let's work on this whole placement here. And that is what I spent a lot of time just rearranging, trying to make some room up on top for the cookies for Santa. I think I've got that about right, and I accidentally moved that. That happens a lot with me. I am still very new with the Cricut, and so I know you guys have asked, some people have asked multiple times for Cricut, so I'm just trying to get this for you. So again, I am a beginner, but we're going to do what we can. So I opened up my text. I'm doing cookies for Santa, and then I'm going to curve that the other way. So we're going to take that same curvature and do the opposite of what we did last time. But I quickly realized that the curvature will work, but oh, there I go again. The curvature will work, but I don't think it's going to fit properly with the way that I want the cookies and the carrot and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and try some more, but I will finally be giving up here shortly. And then what I'm going to do is just go back to straight. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I'm still playing with it at this point. So I always try and do my work true to the amount of time it takes. So when something takes me 20 minutes to make, it most likely is going to take you about 20 minutes to make as well. So I decided to go with the cookies for Santa and place that right on here. And I think I'm going to go a little bit smaller. There we go. Oh, grabbed the wrong one again. But we're going to... Well, let me see if I could send that to the back. Nope, it's already there. Alright, we're going to try this again. Nope, grabbed the wrong one. Told you, I am just a beginner. So I'm now moving that out of the way. I'm going to center it up the best I can about where I want it. And then I'm going to take that... let's see here. Move the cookies down a little bit because I don't think it was going to fit. So I'm going to take the cookies now, move that down a bit. That looks about right. I'm going to take that back, and it looks like it's going to fit pretty good. So once I get everything the way that I want it, I am going to end up, oh, yep. I'm going to play with it just a little bit, move it a little bit, and move it a little bit more. And there we go. I think we're good. Everything's there, pointing with my dot. But now that I've got that where I want it, I can take that circle away. And we're just going to get rid of that entirely. And now I'm going to go ahead and highlight all of the pieces together. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach them. And then I'm going to also weld them. And what's going to happen, it's going to make everything as one. So when I move it around, it all moves together, and with the welding, it's going to print it all together as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to the make, and we're going to put this in the Cricut machine. Okay, I've hit make it. I put the vinyl from Arteza on here. I'll put a link down below, so if you need that. Now I'm just going to hit the button, and that button's going to load the paper. And now that it's loaded, I'm just going to click on the Cricut, and it's going to start printing that out for me, or cutting it out. And then once that's done, we will weed it with our weeding tools, and then we'll put that on the plate. All right, we're going to put our tray, or our plate, aside for the time being. And I don't know if you could see some of the marks in there, but we're going to go ahead and weed this all out. And so what I do is I'm just going to start here. I like to do it from the corner, and you're just going to pull on that, and then hopefully it'll start to come out all on its own. So you see some of that, the cookies portion is coming out, the Santa's coming out. It looks to be coming out rather nicely, and I do just want to make sure that it does come out. Like this little O didn't come out, so I'm just going to give it a little bit of help there. Now the other O's came out fine. Looks like the carrots and the cookies are coming out fine. I love their paper because it is so easy to weed. And as I say that, the A got stuck, of course. But just a little bit of help, and it comes right out. Got another A over here, doesn't want to make its way out. And look at that. Now you can start to see that. And then we're just going to go in and take out some of these little pieces like this. Whoa. When that happens, you're just going to put that right back where it goes. You know me. And sometimes when I have this, I'll take a piece of painter's tape, and I'll just put it right here, and then that way any little pieces can stick right to it when I take that out. Alright, so I'm going to finish doing this. There are little tiny pieces in here. There's some big pieces, like for the carrot. I'm going to just take that right out. Look how cute that carrot is. It's so cute. And these cookies, they're going to be a little bit harder to weed, but we'll get through it. There's some little tiny chocolate chips. that we're going to want to keep in there. There we go. So the good thing about the chocolate chips is you can just place them, you know, as they come out. If they come up, you grab them and stick them wherever you'd like, because there's no placement that needs to be amazing, right? Because they're chocolate chips. They're going to go everywhere. But there are some other little pieces that do need to stay in place. Look at that guy there. Okay, look at that little cookie. So I'm going to finish this off. I'm going to do the other cookies, take off the middles of the E's, the A's, and the O's, and the R and the P and the D, and then I will be right back. All right, we've got that all weeded out, and now I'm going to take some transfer vinyl, and of course I probably should have had this part done already. We're going to pull that back. And then, this is reusable, so keep that. We're just going to put that right on here. And then, I'm just using this little tool to get that on there, but you could use a credit card, you could use the tool that comes with it, whatever you'd like, but we want to get that right on there. And then we're going to take that oh, that's stuck really well. And there we go. So we've got that. Now you can see, make sure it's all good. Then you're going to take your plate, make sure it's all cleaned off, and then we're going to position it right where we want it. Oh, look at that. And then just go around. And again, you're going to push that down. I'm just going to use a credit card. Make sure that gets all in there nicely. And it's best to use a food safe vinyl that is permanent, so that way you can wash it and it's not going to be coming off. And then once we get that all stuck down there, I'm going to just give it another good rub for good measure. And then we're going to pull this off, and I'm going to pull it off at a bit of an angle. And oh my goodness, look at how cute that is for $1. And then of course, I already had the vinyl, but some vinyl, you can make so many of these. If you like this, please give me a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification so you don't miss any of my videos. All right, beauties, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.